want to share one more story on this, and I think you can all appreciate it. So we have a distributor, part of our team. It's been part of the team for about 6 months, and she actually has won her pin for sponsoring 3 people in a single month, which is very exciting. But she has been on the slow, steady path because she's a little shy and had a little bit of a fear of talking to people. So she went to the XANGO Business Academy this weekend, or last weekend at XANGO. And you can get more information at XANGO.com. Sign up for the next one is in August. The next one after that will be in October. But you want to get all your new people started with the XANGO Business Academy. It was an incredible event. And so there's all kinds of folks there. Some had been in the business less than 30 days. Some had been in for 3 months, 6 months. Some had been in for years. And so 5 of us went together from our local Utah team. Well, actually 7 of us, 5 members of the team. And Jeanette, that was over the weekend. And Sunday night, we had a little training, and we went over everything and focused on the iPad mini and the trip. We're all committed. We're all going together. It's like an absolute commitment now. Everybody completely believes they can. Where before, they're a little reluctant to put their hands up and make that commitment because they weren't sure if they were going to make that commitment. After the XANGO Business Academy, every one of us is committed to go to Mexico and to win the iPad mini, because when you win the iPad mini and you go to the convention, they're all going to bring all the people who won the iPad mini up on stage and give you your iPad minis there. And the recognition and just leading by example is just phenomenal. They're all committed to that now, and they're all committed because they believe they can. So Monday, Jeanette was on the phone with people. She was in the National Guard, and she has people that she knows that have, since she's served her time and gone. And so there's people from coast to coast all over the country that she got on the phone with. She told them about what she's doing. She's excited. She's committed. That came across in her voice. She wasn't approaching them with, oh, would you like to try this? Oh, no. It was like, I'm so excited, and I want to. And she just invited. She made 4 hours worth of phone calls, and then I met her at the post office, and she mailed out 20 Best Day Yet samples from 4 hours worth of phone calls. And as we were there, she was getting calls from people and texts from people that she had left messages for, that they were so excited by her excitement that she had 3 more to send out just in that hour. It's exciting. But the telling thing was when she said to me, my gosh, she says, if I would have known how easy this was to do, I wouldn't have been afraid. I would have done this a long time ago. She didn't have the confidence to talk to those people because she's never been in this type of a business before. The XANGO Business Academy gave that to her. And now she's got the confidence. She's excited. She's committed because she knows where she's going. And when you know where you're going, then you can lead others. If you don't know where you're going, you can't lead anyone. And she knew that. But now that she knows where she's going, and she knows she can lead them to really great places and a great life in XANGO, it's a whole different posture. Richard, because you were at the XANGO Business Academy, tell us about that academy and what you think and what you saw there and what you think it'll do for a distributor's business.
I thought it was the best event I've ever seen. I was, I told you I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe what it did for me. Just from seeing what everybody's done in your group, because we were with your group there, it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. This is for anyone that wants to grow their business quickly. If you think about getting $400 worth of product, you're going, yeah, it costs money to go, but you write it off. And when you write it off and you get $400 worth of product to hand out, it's a no-lose situation for anyone. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I told Ryan and Kelly that I thought it was the best I've ever seen. You're down and personal with everybody. You see everyone's hearts, and they just open up. And it's the new XANGO. It's the new face of XANGO. You're going to see things you never dreamt we would ever be able to do with XANGO, which it just shocked me, I guess. I don't know what to say about it, but I'd like to go back, tell you the truth.
I agree. I'm actually going back next month. I'm hoping that they're going to let us go back, but obviously we don't want to take up seats from brand new people who really, really need it. So I was going to actually say, can we just like audit? I mean, we can pay again. That's not the issue, but sit in the back so that we can let the seats in the front be for all the new people, just so that we can be there and experience that with them, because that was exciting, wasn't it? Listening to them share and hearing them share how that business academy has changed them.
Yeah, and it did to everyone. And I don't think you can explain it. It's something like, if you don't go to convention, you'll never be able to explain it. Convention's going to change people. Russia's going to change people. It's going to give them the tools that they want. And you said it so eloquently on the call today, Colli, where you said, once it's in your heart, and when Janet did the things that she said, that, you know, sending out those 20 packets, people will, I've got people in my group, relatives, that'll hand out one a day or one every 2 days. It's so much easier to do this business fast. And she found that out at that business academy. And it's so simple when you take your eyes off yourself and put them on other people. And I don't, it gave me a renewed, just a renewed everything. I don't know how to explain it. When it goes through, it's always been in my heart. Don't take that wrong. But we all run into brick walls. And I think we're all nervous about doing things we don't want to do. It takes all of that away, and Ryan Anderson is absolutely spectacular. You saw the founders like you've never seen them before. You hear things like you don't hear ever at XANGO. It's just, they opened up more. They talked about where we were going, and you could see it. And it's an exciting time to be in XANGO, Colli, and I can't wait for convention because we know what's happening. We can see it already in all of our businesses. You can see your business. Mine's going up like 20-25% a month with distributors and customers coming in. It hasn't done that in a few years, and we all know what's coming with XANGO because we've seen the past. We watched the movie already. The difference is now the main character, XANGO, has more to offer all of us because they're in 43 countries. They're not starting out in 1, 2, or 3 countries. They don't have problems getting product into Canada like they did in the beginning. They don't have the issues they had in the beginning like every company has to go through. And you said it so well, Colli, when you said most companies don't get to their first birthday to file a tax return. And that's a fact. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that. We always look at the problem instead of the solution. And XANGO is the solution. There's more money here than any of us can dream possible. There's not a shortage of money. We all look at the economy, and I don't know, some parents have always said to their kids, you can't have that. Don't dream so big. Where they find out as they're married, like I was, married for a few years, you want more out of life. You want more for your kids. You want more for your families. And then you get to be 49 years old like I was, going into XANGO and not knowing how I was going to help my kid with college, or kids with college. XANGO's the way. You just have to believe it. And when you believe it, like you said about Janet, Janet is getting the information out, and Janet wouldn't say anything to you if you talked to her. She was so nervous. I've never seen a more shy girl come out of her, I'm not going to say have an out-of-body experience, but just go from her head to her heart with the belief level that you need to build this business. And I loved it. And your whole group did that, Colli, and I saw a transformation of your group that it shocked me. It just shocked me. So anyway, I'll get off the soapbox. I'm sorry. But don't miss convention. Don't miss convention. And if you can get to that thing, get to it.